You haven't eaten, Katie.
Too restless. Haven't the appetite. I can't sit to it.
You should eat, my dear. It will be a long day waiting.
But it's been a short 2 weeks. I never thought life could be so noiseless. It went much too quickly for me. The house has been practically normal, hasn't it?
Jimmy?
Is it wrong to enjoy a quiet breakfast after 5 years? You two even seem to enjoy each other.
It could be even more noiseless without your tongue running every minute. Can't you imagine what Katie has been undergoing these past few...
Captain, Jimmy's right. Past 2 weeks have been quiet, normal, all you say, but not short, interminable.
I only meant that Miss Sullivan is a boon, of contention though it seems.
If and when you're a parent, Jimmy, you'll understand what separation means. A mother loses a protector. We don't just keep our children safe. They keep us safe. Of course, there are many kinds of separation. Katie has dealt with one kind for 5 years. Another is disappointment in a child.
Kate, I'm sorry, open my mouth and like that fairy tale frogs jump out.
No, you're right. Past 2 weeks have been better for everyone.
If only there was someone here to help me. I need a teacher as much as Helen.
Kate, what does he want from me?
It's not the question, Jimmy. Stand up to the world. That comes first.
But the world is him.
And no one can do it for you.
Kate, at least could you be my friend?
I am.
Her mind is full of jumps and skips and... Where's discipline? What's a dictionary? How do you know how to spell a word before you can look up how to spell it? Discipline.
What are you doing to your eyes, Miss Annie?
It's worse on my vanity. I'm learning to spell. It's like a surprise party. The most unexpected characters turn up.
You're not to overwork your eyes.
Well, whatever I spell to Helen, I'd better spell right.
How serene she is.
She learned to sit yesterday. Now I can't get her to stop. Such a little lady. She'd sooner starve than eat without a spoon.
Everything you've done for her these past 2 weeks, I never could have been
Not
able.
enough. Obedience is not enough. Well, she learned 2 nouns this morning, key and water. Brings her up to 18 nouns and 3 verbs.
But no,
Still just a finger game to her. Shall we play our finger game, Mrs. Keller?
how will she learn?
It will come.
How?
Well, how does a bird learn to fly? We're born to use words. Like wings, it has to come.
How?
Right, I don't know how. Done everything I could think of. Whatever she's learned here, keeping herself clean, knitting, stringing beads, meals, setting up exercises each morning. You climb trees, hunt eggs, Yesterday, a chick was born in her hand. All of it I spell. Everything we do, we never stop spelling. I go to bed with writer's cramp from talking so much.
I worry about you, Miss Annie. You must rest.
Now, she spells back in her sleep. Her fingers make letters when she doesn't know. In her bones, those 5 fingers ache to speak out. Open her mind in sleep. Or do I nurse that awake? That's the one question.
With no answer.
Except to keep at it. Like this.
More time? Here?
Spell it.
Because I can't.
Spell it. If she ever learned, you'll have a lot to tell each other. Start now.
Playmate,
Heather, outside, please.
the 2 weeks are up. Surely you don't object to...
It's an agreement.
Miss Sullivan, you are a tyrant.
Likewise, I'm sure. Now, you can stand here and close the door if she comes.
I don't think you realize how eager we are to have her back in our arms.
I do. It's my main worry.
It's like having a new child in the house. Well, she is so composed, so attractive. You've done wonders for her, Miss Annie.
Have I?
If there's anything we can do for repayment, just tell us. It would be a pleasure to...
I was just asking Mrs. Keller. I want more time.
Miss Annie, please.
Another week to try and...
We miss the child. I miss the child. That's another debt that I owe you.
Pay it to Helen. We'll give her another week.
But doesn't she miss us?
Of course she does. What a wretch this unexplainable exile must be to her. Can you say it's not?
No, but I don't think...
Miss Annie, doesn't Helen need affection, too?
She never shows me she needs any. She won't have any caressing or...
But you're not her mother.
And what would another week accomplish? You've done more than we ever thought possible. Taught her constructive things to do,
I can't
to
promise
act and
anything. All I
behave
can do-
like a human child. So manageable, contented, cleaner, more...
Cleaner.
Well, we say cleanliness is next to godliness.
Cleanliness is next to nothing. What she has to learn is that things have names. Well, that the words can be her eyes to everything outside of her. And inside, too. Well, what is she without words? With them she can think, have ideas, be reached. There's not a thought or fact in the world that can't be hers. You publish a newspaper, Captain Keller. Do I have to tell you what words are?
Miss Sullivan.
And she has them already. 18 nouns and 3 verbs. All I need is to push one of them into her mind. One and everything under the sun will follow. Well, don't you see that everything she's learned is clearing the way for that? I can't risk her unlearning it. Give me more time alone with her. Another week to try.
Look. What is she spelling?
Water?
Teaching a dog to spell. The dog doesn't know what she means any more than she knows what you mean. I believe you ask too much out of her and yourself. God may not have meant Helen to have these eyes you speak of.
I mean her too.
What is it to you? You make us see how we indulge her for our own sake. Is this opposite true, not true for you?
Half a week?
An agreement is an agreement.
Mrs. Keller.
I want her back.
I'll send Viney over to help you pack.
Not till 6 o'clock. I have her till 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock. Come, Katie.
Let her come.
You said we'd be together forever. You promised forever and Annie!
That battle is dead and done with. Why not let it stay buried?
I think God must owe me a resurrection,
What?
and I owe God one.
Forever and ever. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever.
Miss Annie,
Captain Keller.
I've been meaning to give you this.
What?
Your first month's salary. It doesn't express what we feel. It doesn't repay our debt for what you've done.
What have I done?
Taken a wild thing and given us a child.
I taught her one thing. No. Don't do this. Don't do that.
It's more than all of us could. In all the years that we tried,
I wanted to teach her what language was. I wanted to teach her yes.
you will have time.
Don't know how. I know without it to do nothing but obey is no gift. Obedience without understanding is a blindness too. That's all I've wished on her.
No.
Maybe. I don't know what else to do. Keep doing what I've done. Have faith that inside she's underneath it's like water underground. Wait. All I can do is keep on.
It's enough. For us.
You can help, Captain Keller.
How?
Even though the no has come at a cost of much trouble and pain, don't undo it.
Why should we wish
The
to?
world isn't an easy place, Captain Keller. I don't wish her merely to just obey, but to let her have her way and everything is a lie to her. And I can't. I don't even love her. She's not my child. Well, you've got to stand between that lie and her.
We'll try.
Because I will. As long as you let me stay here, that's one promise I'll keep.
Agreed. We learned something too, I hope. Will you come to supper now?
Why doesn't God pay his debt each month?
Beg your pardon?
Nothing. I just used to wonder how I could earn a living.
Oh, you do?
I really do. Now the question is, can I survive?
May I?
Oh, yes, keys. I'll take the keys. I think we've had enough locked doors around here.
Evening, General.
Will you say grace, Jimmy?
And Jacob was left alone and wrestled with the angel until the breaking of the day. And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him. And the angel said, "Let me go, for the day breaketh." And Jacob said, "I will not let thee go, except thou bless me." Amen. Oh, you angel.
That's a very strange grace, James.
Will you start the muffins, Ed?
It's from the good book, isn't it?
Well, of course it is. Didn't you know?
Yes, I knew.
Ham, Miss Annie.
Then why ask?
Well, I meant it is from the good book, and therefore a fitting grace.
I don't know about that. There are a lot of things from the good book I wouldn't care to hear about just before eating.
Well, fitting in the sense that Jacob's thigh was out of joint, and so is this
I
piggy's.
declare, James.
Ham, Aunt Eb.
Oh, I should say so. Now, you know my opinion of your hand.
I'm afraid I didn't make enough. Next time we have you over, I intend to make more.
Revan looked in at the office today to tell me that his hens had stopped laying. Poor fellow, he was out of joint.
I've always...
Of what? James, now you're pulling my lower extremity. The next thing you know...
Miss Annie. No. Please, we've hardly had a chance to welcome her home.
Captain Keller.
Katie, we had a little talk. We feel like if we indulge her in these actions...
What's the child done?
She's learning things on the floor and kick. And she'll go to the best part.
Oh, it's only a napkin. It's not as if we're breakable.
Everything she's learned is. Mrs. Keller, I don't think we should play tug of war. Either give her to me or you keep her from kicking.
What do you wish to do?
Let me take her from the table.
Let her stay. My goodness, she's only a child. She doesn't have to wear a napkin on the first day back if she
And
doesn't.
ask outsiders not to interfere.
I'm the child's aunt.
Please, Miss Annie, we've made all of her favorite food.
It's a homecoming party, Miss Annie.
She's testing you, you realize.
Jimmy, she's home. Naturally, she will...
And wants to see what will happen at your hands. I told you it was my main worry. Is this what you promised me not half an hour ago?
But she's not kicking
And
now.
not learning not to. Mrs. Keller, teaching her obedience is bound to be painful to everyone. I know it hurts to watch, but she'll live up to just what you expect of her and no more.
Jimmy, be quiet. No one's interested in hearing your opinion.
I'm interested. Of course she's tested me. Let me keep her to what she's learned, and she'll go on learning from me. Take her out of my hands, and it all comes apart. Be bountiful. It's at her expense. Please, pass me some more of her favorite foods.
Take her, Miss Annie.
Thank you.
I believe you're the problem, Miss Annie. Now, I'll keep her to what she's learned. You're quite right there. But I don't see any need to send her from the table. Bring her plate back.
If she was a seeing child, you wouldn't tolerate 1 minute
Well,
of this.
she's not. And I believe some compromise is in order. Bring her plate back, please. There. Naturally, we take some aversion to our teachers, and occasionally one hand can smooth things out. Shall we start over?
Oh, don't get up.
Where are you going?
I treat her like a seeing child because I ask her to see. Don't undo what I do.
Where are you taking her?
To make her fill this pitcher again.
You let her talk to you like that, Arthur. A creature who works for you.
No, I don't.
Let her go.
What?
I said let her go. She's right. She's right. Kate's right, and I'm right, and you're wrong. If you drive her away from here, it'll be over my dead chair. Did you ever think, for once, that you might be consummately wrong?
Captain.
Sit down, everyone. Please, sit down, Jimmy.